Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. We are, of course, still playing as Portugal, and it's going alright. I think we're doing fine. We're building a lot of construction. We understood how recruiting works. It's a little bit more simple than originally thought. I was thinking you had to build 11 divisions or something to create 11 divisions, but no, you just say, I want this to be my deployment line, and then it'll just keep spitting out people for as long as it can. Makes a lot of sense. Might also mean that we want to build maybe some elite and some... elite. We probably don't want to build any horses. Let's get some here. These guys can also appear in Beja. And we will get... we'll put them at low reinforcement priority. There we go. I don't really want you to build infinite. I only want you to build up to 11 for just now. And I don't really want you to build up to infinite either. You can build up to, I don't know, 10. That's fine. Marxist sympathizers in government. Although the party line of Estado Novo is to strongly oppose revolutionary socialism, keeping a watchful eye on the nation's radical left-wing elements, some people in government are more open to the possibility. If nothing else, they see room for addressing the concerns of the people who look to communists for solutions without risking a full-scale civil war. Although they may be seen as traitors by those who remain loyal to Antonio de Oliveira Salazar, these dissident voices may be the ones to ensure a relatively bloodless transition should the revolution come. We'll keep a close eye on them too, for many reasons. If political support is insufficient, a coup can be executed. Okay. So I guess we can't be the ones to push that. Someone else would have to push that for us. We have finished our construction effort, which is good. That's just done. They gave us an extra factory. Now, we could then go into infrastructure effort, which would just give us one extra infrastructure. I don't know what that does, so we're going to ignore it. I think military factory seems like a good place to go next. Just keep getting more and more things as we can. Okay, our construction, our factories are still being built in, like, our... most of our factories are being used right now in Beja to build a civilian factory. And then we can use that to build another civilian factory, and then we can use those to build our military factories. That makes sense. Okay. What do these mean? Division belongs to an army but has no orders assigned. So you're not part of this army here. Yeah? I want all of you to be on this front line. So how do I say, like, just go to the front line? Like, did I just make the front line bigger? Will that give them orders? I didn't really want to move that army, but I kind of want these guys to go and join in on the front line. Front line, click to one of the board. And I just say, like, you guys go over here. Go to that border. Divisions assignment mode. Hit this button to toggle mode. There we go. Ah, that works. Cool. I just had to assign the divisions to the actual front itself. That's fine. World news. The games of the 11th Olympiad. The 11th Olympic Games were recently held in Berlin, Germany. Attended by athletes from 49 different nations across the world, the 1936 Summer Olympics are the first in history to have enjoyed the limited live television coverage. The Games were a significant propaganda victory for the German regime, which spent lavishly on the event. German athletes saw the most successful, winning 33 gold medals, while Americans came in second with 24. 4 of those were won by Jesse Owens, the single most successful athlete of the Games. The Games are concluded. Cool. Can we see how this war is going, or is there no easy way to see that in this? I don't believe there's an easy way to see that. I think you just have to look at what points they control. I'd assume the war is going well, because I think they've become larger. So I assume that means they're doing well. Construction 1 is finished. That means that we get extra construction speed. Really good. Do not get resource gain efficiency. We're not really doing much resource gaining, so we'll leave that. Or construction speed. Well, that's ahead of time, so maybe switch to something else. Maybe engineering. We'll do that research speed. We'll get that. Cool. One thing I didn't look at was that we actually have land down here that we could be... do we have any resources in this land? That's the wrong map mode. Resistance, state, resource map mode. We have no resources in Africa whatsoever. We do have the land, so we could potentially build some factories down there, but we have no resources. Okay. Fair enough. We'll get it back in that map mode. We'll just continue chilling out, waiting for our opportunity. Our world tension is not that high, so... In fact, it's lowering. Nobody's really that tense at anybody. That's fine. Nothing's happened over here. All the countries are fairly similar. Imagine at a certain point it's all going to go boom. Everybody's just going to declare war on everybody and massive changes happen. Oh, that's not good for our revolutionary friends that kind of push in there by the looks of it. I assume that's not good anyway. Although it looks like they're kind of circling them, so we'll see exactly how that goes. Looks like they're about to take Madrid. They took Madrid. Armament effort is done. That means that we got an extra military building. Do I do that again? Yeah, let's get an extra military factory. Now, because we've got that, if we go to our production, we have an extra factory assigned to our towed artillery, and some will actually be building. That's good. We didn't have any artillery before, and now we do. But now we are missing resources. We're missing 2 steel. Let's see how much steel we can get. Let's go to trade, which is one of these tabs, I'm sure. Trade, there we go. And we're looking for... Who are we getting steel from currently? We're getting it from Greece. Would you give us another 2 steel, Greece? You would give us all the steel we need. Yep. That seems fine. Yeah. That seems absolutely fine. Cool. And they'll just send us some steel. Research finished. Mass assault. Cool. Gives us extra reinforcement rate. I don't think we're going to go any further down there. But we could. But we're not going to. What do we have a look at? We can improve our artillery. We could try and get tanks. I think it might... I don't know if tanks are out of our reach just yet. We could try and improve our infantry equipment. We could try and get some motorized infantry. That could be an alright idea. Unlocks a free division template. Interesting. We improve our industry some more. Get some synthetic oil going, or... I don't know. Some of that. Or engineering. Nothing we're looking at in there. Air doctrine? Possibly. We just try and improve our aircraft as well. Or, actually, you know what we should do? We should get some battleships. And then we can actually start building battleships. Seems like a plan. There we go. Good plan. We're still missing our steel, which we should get any day now, presumably. Did we not trade for steel? With Greece? Is something causing this not to happen? No, okay. I want more steel, please. Gonna send me the steel? There we go. I got rid of it. That's fine. We have quite a lot of political capital. Oh, Treaty of Addis Ababa. So Ethiopia was just annexed by Italy. So they've taken over all of that. And all the equipment has been seized. Oh, cool. I wonder if anyone else is at war, or was it just Italy? Italy's guaranteeing. France is not doing anything. Soviets are sending volunteers to Spain. And there's some factions going on. Okay. Cool. Just want to see what's going on there. How is our communist faction looking? It's growing. It's much larger than it was. It's definitely... it's a presence that is very noteworthy. Might want to push that even further with our next lot of political capital. This civil war is pretty even. Pretty even. They got Madrid back, which was good for them. We finished our research there. Increases our research speed. Let's do it again. Let's continue to increase our research speed. Seems like a good idea. We're going to do a lot of research. Might as well increase our speed while doing it. Right. I don't know which side would be better for us in the Civil War. I'm kind of thinking it might be better if Republican Spain controls most of it, because that would then mean that that's a potential rival for us to take land from. I don't know, we'll see. We can modify our government, though. We can change a whole bunch of stuff. Political advisors would allow us to increase our monthly opinion. Gain us some political power gain. Allow us to increase construction speed. That could be a good idea. I think I might go for political power gain right now. And just really go for getting a lot of this political power. And then we can use that. Once we've got that production going, we then use that to increase our other stuff. That seems like a good idea. We finished another military factory, which we need to assign. We're a free military factory. We'll assign that to infantry equipment. We'll also push this one up a little bit in priority, because we already got all the support equipment we need. We have no national focus. Armament effort again? Or do I go political? Let's go political effort. Let's start that. Let's start really pushing for the changing to communist faction. Then we can start joining factions and we can start doing other cool stuff. Oh, that's interesting. It changes our front because it's a different country that controls some of it, I think. Is there a way to get rid of the front all in, like, its entirety? Front line, not front line, it's offensive line. Draw an offensive line, divisions assigned to the... So would it just be X and then we just... X and then we just get rid of it? Is that the offensive line now, or have I actually got rid of it? I have got rid of it, good. That's what I was hoping to do. It's not really a lot that we want to be doing here. We don't want to be creating the line just yet, because it keeps changing it, depending on who controls it. That's fine. We finished our concentrated industry, gives us extra production, generally good. Do you want to do that again? Let's do that again. There's more production. Get our production going, then we can start getting more of the stuff that we need. Cool. Cool. I do feel like I'm kind of still going through it a little bit blindly, but I think we're starting to get the hang of what we need to be doing at different points. I haven't got any kind of thoughts of going to war at all, but, you know, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we're just living in a nice peaceful version here. Who knows? We might make this front line a little bit bigger, actually. Don't know whether that makes too much of a difference, but we want to do it be right click and extend. That is definitely not what I wanted to do. So right click and drag the mouse on an existing front line, so it'd be something like this. Yeah, I want you to extend. Okay, that's interesting. I guess it can't do that because it's getting a bit confused because there's Spain and then there's other Spain it keeps cancelling. I put you guys just assigned to that front line. There we go. Whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Constructions. We've almost finished those civilian buildings. That'd be good if we actually got those done. We finished political effort. It just gave us a whole bunch of political points. We now want to go straight into collectivist ethos. We really want to get that daily democratic support going down. And then we want to go into nationalism focus. There we go. Got a lot of political power. We want to spend that. We want to spend that in getting extra construction speed. Do you want to do anything here? Tank designer, ship designer, any of this that we're looking at? Maybe industrial research time we could lower even further. I don't know. We'll think about it. Just let everything carry on as it is. Nothing too worrying. We have finished researching what a battleship is. Fantastic. Let's start learning what battleship level 2 is. And then we'll start building it. Seems like a plan. Definitely seems like a plan. Have we actually built any units here? We've almost built a whole unit here. Yeah. Do you want to set it to higher priority? Yeah, we'll set it to a higher priority. Then it might actually finish. Okay. But then, okay, and we could deploy the line instantly if we wanted to. Okay, don't need to. But still useful to know. I just want to see when it finishes. Can we be like, perfect, it's done? And then I want to know whether it like automatically joins our army or what we have to do. I want to see what happens with it. It just kinda deploys, okay, and doesn't join our army. So we have to kind of manually say, okay, you're part of that. Yeah, okay, that works. Okay, that's saying he's not happy with the plan yet. Okay. Now he's happy with the plan if we wanted to go forward with it. Modify government again. What's military high command do? Just increases different kind of attack things. Okay. Chief of Air Force increases our, like how we use our Air Force. Chief of Navy does same. Chief of Army increases our army. Okay, that's fine. Theorist gives army experience gain. Just gives flat daily. No, we're going to be using our army a lot. Let's get some army experience gain. That seems alright. Doesn't seem like the worst idea I've ever had. Yeah, and then we'll just continue recruiting regiments. Alright. It definitely looks like these guys are about to win. They look like they're about to capture Madrid, and that would probably give them enough victory points. Okay, finish that one. We want to go internationalism focus. Perfect. Start. The Hindenburg Disaster. The German passenger airship Hindenburg was destroyed today attempting to dock at Lakehurst Naval Air Station in the United States. For reasons not yet determined, the airship was engulfed in flames and crashed to the ground, claiming 35 lives. Due to the scarcity and expense of helium and the US ban on exporting it, the Hindenburg, like all German passenger airships, was ultimately engineered to use hydrogen, which provides greater lift but is also flammable. With public faith shaken by this disaster and the rise of much faster passenger aircraft that could spell the end of the era of airships. Oh, the humanity. Yes. Yes, of course. Oh, goodbye, Republican Spain. You will be missed. Maybe. I don't know. Anything else happening in the world that's interesting? Not really. I think it's mostly just Italy's move into Ethiopia. That's like the biggest move that we've seen so far. World tension is really low. Should it not keep going up? It's just kind of there. It's like, alright, there's some world tension maybe. I thought that was our unit. I saw like a little skull over a unit there. I was thinking, is that our unit that's got a skull over it? But it was one of those ones. Okay. I don't know much about Heart of Iron, but I do know that skulls generally is bad in Paradox games. I know. It's this is the kind of informative commentary you're here for. Oh, they've taken Madrid, but they've lost some other land down here. They're starting to get a line across the country, which I think is probably the kind of the death signs. Amelia Earhart circumnavigates the globe. The famous aviator Amelia Earhart, known to many as the Queen of the Air, has completed a flight around the world together with her navigator Fred Noonan. After a brief scare where the pair temporarily got lost while approaching Howland Island in the Pacific, the flight proceeded without incident, and this morning their Lockheed Electra touched down in Oakland, California. The ceremony is to be held in the White House next week, where Earhart is personally congratulated for her feat by the President. Quite the achievement. Quite the achievement indeed. Did she not get lost when doing that in real life? I don't know. Soldiers desert to communist partisans. Capitalists and nationalists, would you have spilled your blood for them on the front lines, turning brother against brother over disputes that do not concern the working man, and instead taking up arms against the workers who struggle abroad, raise them against their oppressors and overthrow the tyrants. The army, usually a bastion of patriotism and loyalty, is proven not to be immune to the communist propaganda spreading rapidly in Portugal. Soldiers are deserting, refusing to fight for their country. sometimes going as far as to join partisan movements that claim to be preparing for a revolution. Perhaps they are merely fighting for a different Portugal. Change in popularity of communists, 15%. Gain nationalist spirit, communist partisans, recruiting, which grants recruitable population, it lowers, and daily communist support goes up. So if we have a look at our thing here, nearly 50% of our country is communist at this point. And we get this little national spirit thing, which gives us a little bit of extra stuff, which is pretty cool. We should very soon switch over, I would imagine, and we will probably see that next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.